All right, everyone, we have to talk about Dick's Sporting Goods because they're having a little bit of a, let's say, maybe a crisis right now. Now, their sales actually declined when they said, well, we're no longer selling military weapons at Dick's. Like, that was what they were doing anyway. A lot of people, because you'd think sporting enthusiasts, a lot of them tend to be quite gun-friendly. I think that as a sampling, probably more so than the general population as a total. So it wasn't a good thing for them. Now they're doubling down. And they're saying, well, we've got all of these assault-style weapons. Now, note, they're using different language now, both the media and groups that are trying to grandstand in order to make extra money, because that's what Dick's is doing. It's a PR campaign, just one that backfired a lot. They're calling them assault-style now, which is more accurate than assault weapons, which is what they had been saying for years. It started to not work as well, because people would always point out, hey, they're not assault weapons. The AR-15 that a civilian owns is not an assault rifle. It simply isn't. So now they say assault style, so basically it looks scary. Redefine what you actually mean to people to be more accurate and just tell them we no longer sell scary-looking weapons at Dick's Sporting Goods. But they decided, in a stroke of brilliance, to liquidate tens of millions of dollars worth of these weapons by simply destroying them. That is, they're not even going to sell them back to the manufacturers. Dick's Sporting Goods is sitting on a mountain of weapons and saying, oh, we're just going to destroy them. You know, I guess put them in a trash compactor or something. Wonderful idea. Okay, so you've lost tens of millions of dollars, maybe hundreds of millions, who knows? I'm not sure the exact count of the number of assault-style weapons that they have. You lose a lot of money. You alienate, any gun-friendly customers you had even further. You also alienate people who probably, maybe they weren't customers anyway, but certainly they know about weapons, and so they know what you're doing is just stupid. I think that even some people that are generally against the concept of assault weapons probably see it as odd that you're willing to take a massive financial loss when your sales totals are already falling because of this stuff. While you're also, by the way, being sued, along with Walmart, by, I believe, an Oregonian who was denied a weapon despite being above the age of 18. You will lose that legal battle and you're going to pay through the nose. You're going to take another financial loss. You're going to have to close a couple stores. You have to sell it to some storefront that actually makes sense. What I think is that people simply shouldn't use Dick's. It's not like anything that they sell is necessary to actually get at Dick's. It's like Dick's, they've got an outlet here. Anything that you can get there, you can get at any other sporting store around. There are small businesses around here that do sporting goods. You can get a lot of it at other stores too. And quite frankly, you can get it cheaper than at Dick's Sporting Goods. You wouldn't even want to see their baseball bat prices. But yeah, it's ridiculous. And so you take a financial loss on top of a financial loss while another financial loss is pending. By the way, I'm just looking outside because it's actually snowing fairly heavily. We're a couple weeks out from May and we're still getting snow. I just don't understand what the weather is trying to do this year. Jesus hates us, I guess. But Dick's Sporting Goods is making such a monumental mistake, sort of like Starbucks' reaction after their own problem there. Starbucks right now is having problems too. You'll note all of these businesses tend to be left-leaning in their political affiliations. Now, I never would have considered Dick's to be particularly left-leaning, but they're certainly acting like it on this particular issue, which is about the shittiest issue they could do that with. Look, if it was like, oh, football-related injuries, oh, kids are getting concussed, so we're going to stop selling certain lines of football helmets that we don't think are giving adequate protection. That would be a PR victory. You care about kids, demonstrably so. And okay, if you want to destroy the defective helmets, then go ahead. Or you can just give them to people, and next time they show up for a BLM riot, they can have football helmets on. Maybe it'll prevent them from getting concussed. I think that'd be a good thing, maybe, because they obviously need to guard the brain cells that they've got left. But, as far as these firearms go, I'm going to take this, $900, maybe $1,200, whatever rifle, it depends on the configuration, just fucking put it under a steamroller, just to make a point. I'm going to take a financial loss for no reason. You could have sold those back, it would have been better for your PR. Sell them back to the manufacturers and then, take the proceeds, donate it to, the Parkland kids or something. So, okay, we'll give them a big fat check. Or even better, why don't you just sell the guns back and then raise wages for your minimum wage employees? Maybe that would have been good for your PR. But taking the weapons, destroying them, you're not taking weapons off the streets. Look, If Dick's won't sell people assault-style weapons, somebody else will. And now they've got less competition in so doing. Cha-ching, they're going to make money hand over fist. You are actually, by attempting this kind of maneuver, it's like when Bank of America says we're no longer going to keep lending to assault weapon manufacturers, which there are none, but okay. Point taken for the lay people, because a lot of them still don't understand that that's not what the AR-15 is. Okay. You've stopped lending to them. You've stopped taking a little bit of the profit from them and so forth. Some other bank will be willing to lend. So far, only 2 banks give a damn. They'll go to their local credit union and they'll put their money with them. By the way, do you think that they actually need your money? No, they make money hand over fist. They make so much money you can't even believe it. Plus, then they sell it to Dick's. Dick's destroys the stock. Now they have to manufacture even more because their competitors need more guns because there's a vacuum left in the market. Then you make even more money. Oh, yeah. We already made our money off of giving those weapons over to Dick's to resell. So hell, now somebody else will need them because the weapons aren't there anymore. Biggest PR disaster stunt that I've ever seen. It makes no sense. It's like it's like Jared Fogle for Subway. I imagine that this is not going to help them sell any additional goods. No, I don't think that it will. I think that ultimately the Second Amendment is basically unstoppable. It's like, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to take people's guns by force? That will require a lot of guns to do, by the way, which just shows the underlying fundamental paradox of the argument of people who are against assault-style weapons. Okay, to remove these, what is it, 10 to 20 million assault weapons, so-called, in the country? Okay, how many guns are you going to need? How many officers will get shot? How many people will you have to kill because they refuse to give up their guns? How many bullets are going to be fired all over the streets trying to get rid of them? And then are you even going to be successful even after that? At some point, a lot of people would throw up their hands and say enough is enough, and they would be siding with the people you were trying to abuse. You know. It'd be a little bit of a problem, so it'd be kind of funny to see what happens. Dick's Sporting Goods, I guess they're hedging their bet with looking forward to a future in which gun crime magically doesn't exist because we got rid of a single class of weapons that doesn't even have anything to do with the classification scheme that they traditionally use for it. Oh, military weapons. They're not military weapons. Oh, so military style, assault style. It keeps changing. How about that? You know, whenever you get a shifting definition like that, it's probably propaganda. There's a reason for it. It's dumb. So, Dick's Sporting Goods, not necessarily, they need to hire their PR director. they need to go and figure out what the problem is. It's probably, there are people in their boardroom that are simply fucking stupid. That's essentially their issue. A lot of companies have that problem, surprisingly. You know, you'd think that a company that's making hundreds of millions, billions of dollars, they get like stores all over everywhere, you'd think that they would make sane decisions. It's like, how did you even succeed? Are all your competitors even more dumb? Is that why you have a big market share? By the way, Dick's, subpar compared to other sporting goods stores. Not that I'm exactly necessarily in the market for sporting goods on a regular basis, but like if I want to buy bullets, why would I go to Dick's at this point and buy them? I mean, they're still offering other kinds of firearms. Like, okay, you can get a shotgun, you can get a handgun, the kind of weapon that commits most gun crimes. The weapon doesn't, but the people use it to do. You can still buy those, statistically much more dangerous weapons, but who's going to go there to buy them? Who's going to actually go there to buy those firearms? It's like, who's going to go to Walmart and buy anything firearm related if they have any other option whatsoever at this point? You think that law-abiding gun owners are going to just say, I don't have a problem with the fact that they're basically trying to undercut the Second Amendment at the corporate level by having a monopoly on local sporting goods or something. No, they'll go a couple counties over to buy their bullets just to piss you off. That's about all. Peace out.